How are we doing today? Morning. All right. So we've been learning about irony. Right? Last week we talked briefly about dramatic irony. Do we remember what dramatic irony is? Shelby? Excellent, Shelby. When we, as the audience, know what's going to happen versus the characters who do not. Okay. We went over an example in which the Centurion and Creon, okay, Creon and the Centurion, the chorus, and the other characters did not know who tried to bury Polynices. Yes, but we knew. So that was an example of dramatic irony. However, today we are going to discuss situational irony. Okay. So situational irony is an outcome that turns out to be very different from what was expected. Basically, when a person intends for something to happen, but it does not. It's sort of like a surprise to us. Okay? So now, we're not expecting that event to occur. Okay? An example, we have here an image of a gentleman. Clearly we can see that he works for Pepsi, but instead he's drinking a Coca-Cola. Okay? It's ironic because he's working for Pepsi, but he's drinking a different soda. Okay? So you wouldn't expect a Pepsi driver to drink a product from Coca-Cola. All right, so now we're going to discuss a couple of examples of situational irony in our play Antigone. Okay? The first example is a quote, that no ruler can expect complete loyalty from his subjects. And here in this case, Creon is talking to the chorus. Okay? If we can kind of think back to scene 1, okay? He gathered the men, and he's first giving his decree of not burying Polynices. Yes? Okay? So here Creon is saying that no ruler can expect complete loyalty from his subjects. Okay? And this is ironic because he's saying one thing when he's actually doing the complete opposite. Okay? Here he's saying he doesn't expect complete loyalty from the chorus. However, when Antigone and then later Ismene are loyal to their brother, Polynices, and want to bury him, they're sentenced for it. They get in trouble. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so do we see how this example is situational irony? Okay. Here is Creon saying he doesn't expect loyalty from his men. Yet, when Antigone and Ismene are loyal, or doing a loyal duty to their brother, they get in trouble. Okay? Our second example is also from scene 1. And King Creon says, Polynices, I say, is to have no burial. Okay? This is ironic because he's going against the will of the gods. And we briefly discussed this yesterday. Okay? The idea of civil law versus divine law, right? He's going against the divine law, as what you mentioned yesterday. It's the God's will that everyone should have a proper burial, okay? Yet, here's Creon not allowing anyone to bury Polynices. Are there any questions so far? No? Okay. Can anyone think of any ironic situations? So the examples I've given Elena are what the character says one thing, but yet something else happens instead. Can we think of any situation on that order? Or perhaps like the Pepsi guy. Okay. Any situations you can think of? Elena?
My mom wants me to, my mom wants us to help my brother take the garbage out, but only one of us goes.
Okay. Did everyone hear Elena's example?
No.
Do you mind singing one more time? That's a good one.
My mom wants all three of us to help my brother take the garbage out, but only one of us goes.
Okay.
And then two of us just hide in my room.
Okay. All right. So Elena's mom wants all three to take the garbage out, yet only one takes out the garbage. But her mom is expecting three to do so. Okay. Good. How about one more? Okay. All right. Well, we'll probably think of some others as we go along. Ashley, do you have one?
Is it kind of like if you like your TV show that you watch, and if it like comes on at a certain time and then it gets canceled?
Okay, excellent. So you're watching a TV show, and then it gets canceled. Okay. You expect for it to stay on, right? Has anybody heard of The Family from Channel 7 ABC? Okay. The family, and the son he's lost, or the family thinks that he's dead, and at the end, it turns out he's alive. Okay. The show had huge ratings. Okay. Yet, for whatever reason, representatives from ABC decide to cancel it. Okay. It's ironic because you would think that the show would continue because everyone watched it, almost everyone. But yet they decide to cancel the show. Okay. So hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, we have a better understanding now of situational irony, and we should be able to make connections with our play. Okay. So let's go ahead back to Antigone now. Now that we have a general idea. Right. Now it's going to be your turn. Okay. On your way in, you picked up a worksheet, and you should have a chart. Okay. On the left-hand column, you're going to fill out the page number, the line number, and the scene in which your quote takes place. So at the top, where it says literary device term, everybody go ahead. What's our literary device? What are we talking about? Thank you, Emma. Situational irony. So write that down, please. Now, you're going to get in a group of 3. Your job, you're going to find 5 examples of situational irony from Antigone, right? From what we've read so far. So from the prologue to scene 3, okay? And there are plenty of examples, so look carefully, okay? I'll be walking around to assist anybody who needs help. But first, ask your group members. That's what they're there for. Okay. Any questions about what we're doing? Okay, take out your Antigone reading packets, please. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, then I will ask each group to share what you have. Okay? All right, here's our groups. Okay, find your name. Once you find your name, go ahead and find each other and pick an area where you would like to work together. Okay?
Okay.
Is it basically
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be around if you have questions.
we can go with like any part?
Yes, any part from the prologue to scene 3. Okay? Prologue to scene 3.
Do you know where that?
Okay? So some of you are saying, I don't know who my group members are. Just say, hey, I'm Bethany. Okay, who's Andre? Who's Michael? Okay? That's how you get to know each other.
Page 736.
John? Say?
What did you find that?
Have one? Excellent. Alvin, nice job. Tell your group first. Okay. All right, I'm going to set the timer.
How long have we got?
I'll see where you all are in 9 minutes. Okay?
I went to the bathroom.
Have you gotten any work done so far, Bill? Have you found one example?
Don't look for me.
All right, everybody, I'm going to put up the timer. Are we set with our group?
For what?
Yes? Dana, do you have your worksheet?
Be honest, with them about Lloyd's plan. He don't care if the people have Lloyd's plan, but then. You go?
Okay, ladies?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Alright. Let me know if anybody needs any assistance. Nice job. Charlize? A second? No? Okay. See some good examples.
But now I know
About it.
oh, so
Yeah. That's
And she was diving, he says, bedazzled, so it's kind of saying, what kind of thing is that? You can expect someone to say bedazzled to finish in style. Does that make sense? So you can use it.
Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just do a quick check to make sure everyone's on the right track. Okay? Can we have each group just share one of your examples that you have so far? Okay? Alright. Cassie, we mind pulling sticks?
Oh, we're pulling sticks.
I'll pull sticks. Brandon?
Huh? Oh. Well, we said, do you refuse me, Antigone? I want to die with you. I have a duty that I must discharge to the dead. And Ismene said that, and I said it as scene 2, line 137, 138, page 736. And our explanation said, well, I said she didn't want to help her at first with anything, but now that Creon's got her, she wants to take the blame with Antigone, but she won't let her.
Excellent, Brandon. Very good. We're on the right track so far. Alright. Cassidy?
We picked 100 through 105.
Okay.
That's when the son is kind of like disagreeing with his father, and we expect him to like go along with it. And that was on 744.
Excellent, Cassidy. Towards the beginning of the scene, it seemed like Hammond was going along with his father, right? He was saying, Father, I obey you. You are my guide. But then as the scene progresses, he starts sticking up for Antigone, which is quite surprising for the reader. Okay? That's how it's ironic. Excellent. All right, everybody, we're on the right track. Continue working, and then we will see how you are doing in the next few minutes. Okay? Yes? Bill? Question?
You want to take us in?
What?
Take that?
What you said?
Yeah.
Where is it? I said,
Yeah.
Alexandria? Don't understand? Okay, what we're doing?
ignore that.
Okay, that's fine. So we're finding examples of situational equity from the prologue to scene 3.
He's trying to
I don't understand what this is. Okay. So it's when a situation occurs. You think one thing is going to happen,
but then almost the opposite occurs. So again, like, let's see. Birmingham, you have said, what's this thing, Alexandra? Birmingham? The law forbids it. Okay, what's your explanation? Oh. Well, so it's, but this one here, it's expected to happen, right? Because it's saying the law forbids anyone burying. And then you're saying here that anyone who tries to bury polynesius will die. So we have to think of an example in which one would be said, but the opposite occurs. Right? So, okay, so maybe it's ironic that someone, you're not supposed to bury him, but here comes a woman, right? A woman under this who forbids the king's law. Does that make sense? It's kind of like a surprise to the reader. Okay, so okay, shall we soon it will be two. Okay, explain that one. No, it's not process. Alright, so are you saying here, what do you mean presenting now? Okay, hang on.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing so far? Do we need more time? Yes?
5 minutes.
Alright. How does 5 minutes sound? Then we share. Alright, I'm coming over to the other side.
Breaks the law.
How are we doing over here, guys? It's okay?
Okay.
Yeah?
What number is it? 742. What'd you read?
Okay. What time do you see? Okay. So, okay, so then how does this one, what's ironic about? Okay, so actually, I can say, first off, who set this goal? Okay. Who set the goal?
So Liz, yeah, I think we can have you in this one, because I don't think it's right.
How are we doing? Everybody looks like we're working hard.
I'm doing okay.
Okay, very good, Haman. So, Haman is saying this to his dad. How would I put that? How would that be? Saying to his dad. Like,
Looks like it's
that can be ironic because he's standing up.
how it is.
At first,
Right.
he seemed like
Because he looks like a tree.
But now, he's sticking up for who?
So it's like saying that
find one like with the son. How he was like going along with his father and then it switched up on him. And it was like, well, wherever, yeah, but.
This is the part where he's like saying to his dad that
Do you think this part? I cannot say what that I shall never want to say.
2 more minutes.
Or like that you will be some value yet there are other men.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and just share aloud. I just want to see where everyone is. Okay. Let's have our group share. So, let's start with Daniela's group. Yes, and you may go next. Okay. All right, Daniela's group, and the rest of us, ladies and gentlemen, while we're listening, we could fill in our chart as they're giving us their example. Okay. Okay, everyone. All right. Daniel, can your group give us an example?
Okay, I'll talk. We picked the one, it was scene 1, page 729, and it was 107 through 108. And for that quote, I feel like everyone thinks that the king did everything wrong and not the gods, and I'm expecting that.
Very good. Thank you. All right. Next, Alexandria's group.
Okay. We said on page 742. Wait, who said that? Oh, lines 34 and 35. I'll have no dealings with lawbreakers, and that was what Creon was saying. But he was breaking the God's law when he was like making that law.
Excellent.
So he was a hypocrite.
Very good. I'm so impressed. Okay.
Good job.
Nice job. Emma's group.
we said my son's bride, I think it was important us was like shocked that he would put his own son's bride to death because of a crime that like even though in regards with the divine law was still been like he made it like a regular law that was broken, but it didn't need to be.
Excellent. Thank you, Emma and ladies. Nice job. All right, from this side, let's hear from Greg and Charlize.
Page 724, line 106. Haman said, the city Israelite, I think, take orders from one voice, but earlier story he said that he was going to obey his dad.
Okay. Thank you, Greg. Did everyone hear him? Yeah. Okay. Elijah. Now?
Page 741.
Okay.
Haman said, I am your son, father, you are my guide. You make things clear for me and I obey you. And then page 742, we called him, he said, it's blood time, you can see how some trees bend, and because they bend, even their twigs are saved, while stubborn trees are torn up, the roots and all. And then he said, he was going against them, and he said he was a stubborn king, but before, he said he obeyed him, and he was die.
Excellent, Elijah. So we kind of see the shift in Haman's character. Okay, that was awesome. In the beginning of the scene, once again, seemed like he was obeying his father. Okay, and then as the scene keeps going, he suddenly makes a metaphor. He compares his father to a tree, a stubborn tree. And remember we discussed yesterday, what happened to things that doesn't bend? Breaks. We're saying your leadership will fall. Okay? Interesting. Okay. All right. Let's hear from Jonathan's group.
On 746, lines 142 through 145, Creon says, I will carry her far away out there in the wilderness and lock her, living in a vault of stone. She shall have food, as the custom is to absolve the state of her death. But earlier, he was like that nothing can stop him from like killing her. That she was most certainly gonna die, but now he changed his mind. But he's gonna let her live.
Okay. Thank you, group.
Welcome.
Excellent. All right. Next, I would like to hear from Bethany's group. Bethany, Christian, and Michael.
We chose the quote from page 722, lines 20 through 22.
Okay.
And I explained it by saying, although Creon made a law that said no one could bury Antigone's dead brother, she did it anyway.
Okay. Excellent. And nonetheless, a woman who stands up to King Creon. And that upset him, right? Because he feels that women are inferior. So he can't believe that a woman, his niece, his soon-to-be daughter-in-law, would actually stand up to him and challenge his authority. Okay? Awesome. Let's see. Let's hear from Elena and Angela. Angela, you had a good one about the metaphor. Okay. Elena, do you have one you'd like to share? Same one. Okay. All right. Does anybody have anything different from what you've heard from your classmates? Okay. You all pretty much had hit excellent examples. Okay. Keep up the good work. Here's what's going to be for your homework tonight. You've practiced in your groups here in class, okay? For homework tonight, you're going to look up more examples of situational irony from the rest of scene 3 and the beginning of scene 4, okay? We stopped in the middle of scene 3. We haven't reached ode 3 yet. But for tonight, finish scene 3, find more examples, and begin scene 4, okay? And then tomorrow, we're going to check those in, and we're going to share aloud and see what you come up with, okay? Any questions about the assignment tonight?
Can I take a picture of it?
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to write it in our homework column. finish. Find more examples of situational irony. As many as you can think of.
So we don't have
Okay.
the whole thing.
The whole, what do you mean the whole thing? Just add it on your chart. Okay? So when you find examples of irony, just continue on your chart. And your chart continues in the back.
Yeah, take the last one.
Okay? Just find as many as you can think of. Okay? Your goal would be to reach 10 because there are at least 10 examples that I have found. So I want to see if you can find those. Okay? Any more questions? No? All right. Okay, so go ahead and get started for the remainder of the period on your homework. Okay? And nice job today, everybody. Okay?